Well, hello there, goddesses. How are you all today? It's Motivation Monday. I am Lisa Barwise. I'm going to be your hostess with the mostess for the next, couple of minutes as we chat today about all things specifically to do with belief. So, if you have never joined me live before, every single week we go live to talk about trusted facts on health, wellness, body shape change, and all things female and feminine power and empowerment, specifically as the creator of Warrior Goddess Kettlebell Training and our online Warrior Goddess Body shape change and strength building programs. And today I wanted to talk about this thing called belief. So if you have never watched this page before, you might know that I am a great believer in and lover of all things superhero. So what I love about superheroes and the concept of being a superhero is to do with belief. Yeah. So also, as people are joining in live, I would love to know where you're coming from. I'll happily give you a shout out. I can start to see people coming in. It doesn't always tell me who you are. So do say hi. Do let us know where you're coming from. I would love to chat with you. If you have questions or comments throughout, go ahead and write them in here. If you are indeed watching live, go ahead and put a number 1 in the comments. If you're watching it as a replay, go ahead and put a number 2 in, and I promise that I will answer every single comment, either live or, later on. Promise. So I wanted to talk today about this concept of belief, right? So, and I've been sharing recently a little bit about, my love of Wonder Woman and my love of all these superheroes. But the reason why I want to talk about superheroes in relation to belief is that I think a lot of the time we think that the reason why we can't, stick to something or achieve our goals or get the body that we want or all of these things is to do with motivation. I'm just not motivated. I get literally, I don't know how many messages per week saying, goodness, I wish I was as motivated as you. You seem very motivated. You're so energetic. These sorts of comments. And really, what I've come to know to be true specifically about women is that it's almost zero to do with your motivation. It's got to do with your belief. It's got to do with the why, the thing that drives you, the reason why you would want to do that. A lot of it's to do with goals, and hence why we have a podcast called Goddess Got Goals. But mostly it's to do with your belief. Like, why do you even want it? So in a world and in a fitness landscape that's completely obsessed with how we look, I want to be obsessed with how we feel. I want to be obsessed with being strong. I want to be obsessed with feeling, able and believe that we can, and feeling like, a total badass and being really strong inside and out, especially in this given craziness that we have got going on, where certainty and not knowing what's going to be happening in the future, we're just kind of this unpredictable, kind of chaotic, uncertain times, which just adds extra stress, right? It just messes with our head and adds extra stress. So for me, I was really thinking about what is different? Like, what is different for me and what we teach than what you see in terms of other fitness things? I am not obsessed with, washboard abs or obsessed with round booties or all of those sorts of things. Yes, I want to look a certain way, and that's good for me. I want to feel positive about my body. I want to love my body. But I don't believe it's our body that's the masterpiece. I believe that our body is the paintbrush and our life is the masterpiece. It's our vehicle for us to be able to do all the things that we want to do. So, for me, when I focus on changing my body, when I focus on, losing weight or shredding some fat or whatever, I tend to get really serious, and I tend to get really kind of like down, or I tend to get very focused, but not in a good way. I feel like I'm punishing my body, that little inner mean girl constantly like, why are you eating that? And why aren't you doing this? And why should you not be doing that? And I'm constantly shooting on myself in terms of I should be going to the gym. I should be not eating, I should be eating all the green things, and I shouldn't be eating that. And there's this massive amount of rules and stuff that I need to follow that really have nothing to do with what makes me excited, that what brings me joy, that what makes me feel stronger. And it's when I truly ask myself, what do I believe? Like, what do I want for myself? Like, what is this goal for me? It all comes down to feeling strong, feeling a sense of certainty, feeling this belief that I can do hard things, that I can get through hard times, which is what we're going through right now, that I can feel strong within my body. I can have that inner strength that I have already shown outwardly as well, in terms of that inner strength reflected on the outside, and that I can also then have the strength in my body to be able to do all the things in my life that I want to do, play with the kids or run around after them, or feel, I'm not having to rely on everybody else to move things or lift things or do things. And that's where it all ties in for me. So when I talk about superheroes and Wonder Woman and all these things that I love, those are really just visual representations of that belief and of that strength for me. Like when I look at Wonder Woman, I think, my God, she is so strong. She believes in herself. She believes in the mission of what she's trying to do. She's trying to save the world and all this other thing. But it's not necessarily the context of the superhero and the flying and the cool costumes, which are also really cool. But it's more about the belief, right? That they have that sense of certainty in themselves, that confidence. And in that way, that then kind of fosters the discipline needed to, train on the island of the Themyscira, ready for Ares to return and train hard and push yourself and do all those things. But I don't think any single one of those Amazon women on that island are doing it to have ripped abs, right? There's not one of them on there that are doing it to make sure they've no cellulite on their bum. No. Every single one of those Amazonian women are doing it to push themselves, to prove that they can do hard things, that they are the best warriors, that they're working towards this mission together as a sisterhood, as a team, in order to do that. And that's what I want for us. That's where I want us to shift our mindset, which is really what this is all about. So my question to you is, what do you believe? Like, do you believe that you can do hard things? Do you believe that, you can have a body that you're proud of, that will help you to, be the paintbrush and the masterpiece of your life, that is your life's vehicle for enjoying spending time with the kids, and gives you confidence and makes you feel feminine and makes you feel strong and makes you feel sexy and all of these things? Or do you just say to yourself that I'm just not motivated? Yeah, or I just wish I didn't have this bit of cellulite on my bum. Does that feel different? I mean, does it really feel different to you? Like, could you imagine waking up in the morning every day full of energy, bounding out of bed and thinking to yourself, I get to do hard things today. I get to train my body. I get to go to work on testing my strength and testing my ability so that I truly feel what it feels like to be alive. And in a time where it's uncertain and we don't know about leaving the house, or we're having to leave the house with masks, or we're having to do this and that, and everything else feeling completely out of control, how much would that belief in your body, belief in your healthy, strong, and capable body help you mentally to be able to deal with any challenge that life throws at you, right? So this is what I would say to you is, sometimes you think it's about motivation, and sometimes you think it's about the curve of your butt or the narrowness of your waist, when really those things aren't going to motivate you. They're not going to help you to stay motivated. They're not going to help you to keep going, specifically when times get tough. It's really about reframing, well, what do you believe in, and how important belief is in getting you to where you want to go, in terms of how strong you feel, about the goals that you have, about living a more joyful life, because really, she who has the most joy wins. And that's really what it's about. So what we're going to be doing, and I'm really excited over the next couple of weeks, is I want to be talking to you more about this concept of the belief, this certainty, this confidence and superheroes, because that's what I, when I look at superheroes, that's what I see. And also going and thinking about your training and thinking about your eating as if you were an Amazon warrior on that island of Themyscira, training for the day that Aries returns. I want you to have a mission, have a sense of sisterhood, have a sense of what it is that you're focused on, all of which you can do from home, all of which that you can do while feeling safe and comfortable at home, but that you are challenging yourself in terms of your mental ability to do hard things, to develop the belief, to develop the strength, and of course the body of a superhero. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be sharing that with you. We're going to be launching a brand new masterclass. We're going to be launching our whole new programs, all to do with helping you to tap into this power. We're going to focus a lot on mindset over September, because really, without the mindset element, without you really truly understanding, what it means to, be disciplined or believe or have the confidence, because really truly that's what it's all about. How you feel about yourself, is more important than whether you have cellulite or not. It's just that simple, right? So I really want this for you. So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking more about belief. We're going to be talking about mindset. We're going to be talking about confidence. We're going to be talking about how to get your mindset right to set yourself up for success in terms of your eating and your training, and trying to develop more on the strong principle and developing that sense of strength. So I can't wait to share all this with you. We'll be going live, obviously, every single Monday in the whole of September, talking about these topics. And our podcast is going to be touching on this as well. And we're going to dive deep into what it means to develop the belief, strength, and body of a superhero. So keep an eye out for that. Can't wait to share all this with you. We're going to be, as I said, delivering you some really cool content. We're going to be sharing lots of videos, and of course that brand new masterclass in a couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that, and I look forward to connecting with you all again next Monday. So thank you so much for watching. Do comment below with any questions that you have, and if indeed you have watched this live or watching the replay. And I look forward to connecting with you all again next week.